to my channel, Actualized.af, where we're talking all things designing the life you love through lifestyle, fashion, fitness, home, habits, routines, planning, organization, anything, you name it. And today I'm talking how I am rebranding, honey, my life. I am so excited about this. Just creating a new chapter in my life and being very intentional about it, but also how I'm reminding myself to become that person through my vision board. So I'll give you a little vision board tour. I'll walk through all of my aspirations and plans, basically, not aspirations, they're plans, to elevate my life and become the person that I want to be in this next chapter. So I'm super excited about that. And I have a little new style going on. The last two videos, my only two videos, I had in my braids, but I finally had some time to take them out. So I'm rocking my natural look today. And I'm so excited because it's been so long since I've had this look, since I've worn my hair out. So I'm really excited to be back to the old me. And yeah, so here we go. Let's talk rebranding. So what do I mean by rebranding? It just means basically I am trying to elevate, honey, into the next version of myself, okay? The next basically species of Morgan. And I'm really excited about it because I have in the past unintentionally gone into new chapters for myself. For example, the living overseas version of Morgan, where in my first video, you heard me talk about living in Korea and Japan. Then there was the fitness version of Morgan. Not that any of these versions have to stop, but because of my desire to just elevate and continue to build on experiences and build on myself, I have always created this like new version for myself and new chapter. But that doesn't mean that they have to stop, but I just want to continue building. So that is basically what a rebrand is. And you might be wondering, like, where did you get this idea to wake up and want to create the next version of yourself? And it was when I was sitting in my car in a parking lot. I was eating some donuts and I realized that I was going to be 40. At that time, I was going to be 40 years old in 8 years. I'm 32, well, okay, the math is kind of weird now because it's about to be my birthday, but at the time that I was thinking this, I was 32, and I was like, and I still am, but it's about to be my birthday, but I was thinking that, like, dang, I am going to be 40 years old in 8 years. That is not a lot of time, honey. Here I am presently eating donuts, which isn't bad, but it doesn't, when I think of 40-year-old me, yes, I'm eating donuts, but I'm intentional about when I'm eating them and just I'm intentional about my nutrition and my daily habits and my routine. And at that time, I was thinking about 40-year-old version of me, and I was like, that is not what I want to be doing with my time, sitting in my car eating donuts, which it could be a lot of fun, but at the same time, it's like, I want better habits for myself. I want better nutrition for myself at that age. So, I also realized, yeah, that's just not enough time. That is plenty of time. That's more than enough time. But that is still a short amount of time for me to move into this next chapter and be intentional about who I'm trying to become, set things up now so that I can elevate. That's a short amount of time. So I was like, it just clicked for me. And I was just like, I need to rebrand. I need to just elevate and think about who I'm trying to be and work in that path as opposed to any other path. Because it is coming quickly, darling. But still, that doesn't mean I'm not going to live in the present. But still, I want to take care of my future self now. I didn't initially call it a rebrand. I was thinking about if I ran a business, and essentially I would not let my business fail. I would put in all of the strategies. I would implement all of the strategies needed to have a successful business. And I would do that for myself and even people whom I work for now. As an employee, as a full-time employee still, I wouldn't go to work and let my teams fail or my projects fail. So why would I let myself fail? Why wouldn't I put in place the strategies to have a successful future version of myself? Not that I wasn't, and not that I was living wildly. I just knew that the current version of myself wouldn't support that older future me, whether it's the future me for tomorrow, the person I want to be tomorrow, and whether it's future me in 10 years, whether it's future me in 20 years. I just knew that the current version of me was not enough to sustain the foundation of a future version of me. No, and when I say this person that I'm trying to be, I literally can see this person in my brain. Like I can see her hopping, and it's not too far from where I am. So don't think that this is like this huge gap that I need to overcome. But it is just the fact that I can see this person, and I think there's a lot there that I currently have, but there's some things that I want to tweak in order to become this really, really, really cool person who is elevated, who is knowing, who is intentional, and who shows up consistently for herself. I see it in my brain, and I want to be her. And who I am right now is awesome. But I also want to evolve as a human being and become her. But she is me as well. So it's not, I sound like a hippie now. I need to quit it. But it's not too far off, but I just want to evolve. For those who get it, get it. Which is why I haven't even thought of a word for this. People online are calling it rebranding, which I think is really cool, again, because of the business mindset of it all. But I'm just calling it an elevated version of myself. And I really want to make sure that it happens. So what I did was I created a vision board, which a lot of people create at the top of the year. And I created this at the top of the year because that's when I had this whole reflection happen in my life. But honey, vision boards aren't just for New Year's, the new year, Jesus. They're for any time you just have a reflection about your own life. You have a vision for yourself that you want to manifest. Vision boards are great for daily reminders to yourself. They're like notes to yourself when you walk into your room. How do you want to feel? Who the kind of person that you want to be. So if you're looking at it every single day, you're more bound to do the daily habits. They're not magic, but they do inspire you to continue with the mindset that you set out for yourself initially. So that's why I like vision boards. Honey, I don't believe that they're magic. Let's get that. I want to get that very clear. So when I made my vision board, oh my gosh. At first I tried to do it, styling on my own, which I totally can do, but I wanted to be more intentional about the way that I went about creating my vision board this time around, because it wasn't just for a year-long span of things that I want to happen. No, this is for the next chapter of myself. So I need time to reflect, and I need the space and the intentional practice of putting things where they need to be on this board in order to bring that vision to life. So I was watching Adeline Morin's video. She's the cutest. I love her. I love watching her videos, but she actually inspired me to do this vision board because it was based off of a template. It was very intentional. It included a lot of pictures or spaces for pictures. So I didn't have to be limited in my beliefs about my own visions. So I like that. And it was just easy to maneuver and move things around and interact with, because it was just because it is a Canva template. So Canva templates are very user friendly, so it was very easy for me to navigate this vision board, honey. So what it had already was 9 spaces for 9 words. And then it had 2, 4, 6 spaces around each word for a picture. And I thought that this was the perfect template, had enough space, and my even before I saw this template, my vision was to bring to life a set of words that would be my theme for moving forward, and this template had it. So I'll link the template below, and I'll link Adeline Morin's video below because she is the baddest. I love her. So for my 9 words, I had consistency, effortlessness, knowing, intention, elevation, bravery, gratitude, experiences, and femininity. And I love all these words. And it actually took me a while to think about these like standout words that I wanted for my next chapter, because I had too many at first. And then this template really helped me narrow it down. But I'll go through each of these words and then the pictures around them to basically highlight how I'm thinking about my rebrand, who I want to be for my future me, and yeah, my thinking behind all of this. So here we go. And I know you already see Michelle Obama. Stop playing. Here we go. So for consistency, I said I engage in consistent habits that allow me to have a healthy mind, body, environment, and spirit, honey. And overall, I don't want to just put health and fitness on my vision board. I need it to be more specific. And in order to have health and in order to have fitness, that requires a level of consistency, daily showing up for yourself, nutrition-wise, fitness-wise, health-wise, everything-wise, in order for you to even have health and fitness. So I'm not wishing for the destination. I'm wishing for the discipline in order to have that, so that I don't just reach the destination and it just dissipates. I really want to have consistent practices that allow me to have that ultimate goal. So for me, that means feeding my mental, especially. That's number 1. Because if you don't have the mental fortitude and strength, you just don't have anything to even work out, to even eat healthy. So mentally, I need to be sound, and I'm going to practice consistently engaging in healthy mental habits, reading, talking to my therapist, which I'll also get into somewhere down here. And just feeding my brain with positivity to attract other positivity in my life. Need it, honey. So my next one is, nutrition, of course. I need to eat right. Fruits and vegetables, that's it. None of that junk anymore. And I need to be intentional about eating the right foods. Next, of course, working out consistently, and I'll get into this a little bit more, but part of the consistency was a piece about accountability. I didn't want to just show up for myself some days. I want to show up for myself always, and part of that is accepting the fact that sometimes I need to be held accountable, and I need a buddy, and sometimes I can't do it alone. So part of that fitness consistency is a bit about accountability as well, which I'll get into a little bit later. Very excited about that. Honey, next, morning routine. I need it. It is the way that I stay sane in this world. To have my cup of coffee, to look out my window, and that's my morning routine. And I want to make sure that I am not sabotaging myself in not having that time in the morning for myself. So it's about consistently practicing that to help myself, my current self and my future self. Next, of course, skincare routine. Honey, it's not about using the samples anymore. It's not about trying a whole bunch of new things. It's about having a signature line of skincare products that will help your skin, and know that. So, and practicing that consistently. So part of it is knowing who you are and the type of routines that you want to have, which I'll get into a little bit later. But you can't know who you are and then not practice that consistently. So that's why I put that skincare routine under consistency. And of course, vitamins and supplements, and just any supplement that is going to make me healthy, I'll take it. So, but I need to remember to take it consistently. So definitely consistency, number one. I mean, that is going to be the foundation of this entire rebrand, honey, is consistently doing everything. Next up, I'm going to intention. I'm going to go down now. Before I introduced it clockwise, but now I'm going to go down. Next is intention. My affirmation is I make intentional, well thought out choices about the things, people, and places that are in my life, honey. My mindfulness supports my elevated self. And basically, I want to make intentional choices, nothing willy-nilly. Not that I was doing that, not that that's who I am. But I want to contribute to this rebrand by intentionally making selections and daily choices in my life in order to become this person that I'm trying to be. So intention, I want to make intentional style decisions. Yeah, I want to have fun. I want to, be who I am, be authentic to myself, but also now be intentional about the brands that I support, be intentional about just, the image that I want to put out for myself in the world. And I want to be intentional about it. So if I say intentional one more time, next is you don't have to be extreme, just consistent. So I'm making the intention to be consistent. So even in some of these words, there's some cross there. Intention with my hobbies. So I want to try new things and explore, different parts of the world, just try new things. But also I want to indulge in my hobbies, and I want to go back to my childlike self that really appreciates, the things that I used to do, which is dance, which is take photos. That was a really big hobby of mine that I just reserved for travel. But now I want to be more intentional about doing it, because it doesn't have to just be for when I vacation. It can just be for when I'm walking down the street, and I want to be a photographer then. So I want to be intentional about doing things that I like to do and I've always liked to do, but not reserve them for specific moments in time in my life, but rather incorporate them into my life as a whole. Woo! Mindfulness, honey, the intentional use of attention. So some of these have little quotes in them, which I really like. And I actually don't know. Oh, this is my team one. Oh my God. This is how this one is, basically, it's actually really it's a bad picture. It's actually a really horrible picture, and I don't like it, and I want to change it. I'm not even going to explain. Now that I look at it, I don't like the photo at all. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that somehow. I'm going to try to incorporate it somehow, some way in another one. But my next one is gratitude. And essentially, I want to be so overflowing with gratitude, just like inside of myself, that nothing really can shake me because I'm so grateful for what I have and just my life. And I want to make it very clear that I am incredibly grateful. I express so much gratitude for my life, and I'm grateful. But there's this image that I have in my brain of myself as a cup, and I want to fill. I don't want my cup to just be full. I want it to be overflowing with this feeling of gratitude. And I think one of the ways to do that is to just really dive deep and look inside of myself to become a better person. And while I've done that unintentionally in the past, or maybe intentionally, but with less intention and intensity than now, I really want to do that very intentionally in the future. And therefore, I only believe the only option is for me to be overflowing with gratitude at that point if I'm being this reflective. So I'm really excited. I want to be overfloweth with love and gratitude. And I am, but I want to be more. And I just want to have so much love within me that I can't be shooketh. The way you speak to yourself matters. I love that quote. I want rainbows even on the rainiest of days. I want to be a magnet. I just want to have so much mind to body connection of just attracting the positive and being that intuitive with myself and my life that all I can do is attract positive. And again, I do all these things now, but I just want to practice it to be more of I want it to be so much of a daily practice that there's no other option for me to be this intuitive, this grateful, this everything. I really am excited for that. Okay, I just really like this picture of the butterflies. I'm gonna be honest. Also, I do have a butterfly garden in my backyard, and I'm trying to attract more pollinators and butterflies into my garden. So, yeah, again, with attraction, I just want everything to become attracted to me because I'm putting it out into the universe that's exactly what I want, and that's exactly what I'm going to get. And I really like this image because it, to me, symbolizes ease and flow. And I feel like when I'm most grateful and when I'm most in tune with myself and, I feel most aligned, my life is at ease. And my life is flowy, and I really want to continue having a life of ease and flow. Again, not that I don't have these things now, but I just want to practice them so much that they just fall off my fingers, and it's inevitable at that point. Okay, so column number 2, darling, honey, we're talking effortlessness. And I love this one some of them are a little fuzzy, but we can deal. Basically, I have an amazing taste, honey. My style is effortless and it reflects my personality, uniqueness, and worldliness. I take fashion chances. My presence is a part of my style. Yes, my presence is a part of my style. Oh my God. Just confidence. It's style. I want confidence to be my accessory, or my statement piece, or however you think of it. I just want, I want to have pieces in my closet that I pull out that not everybody has, but don't have to be designer, but could be designer. I want it to be effortless. I want it to be a reflection of my authentic self. I want it to be I want it to just ooze Morgan. Like, oh, that's so Morgan. That's her style. That's her personality. That's everything. I want to ooze that. But also remember that, I am not Michelle Obama. I do have a traditional background somewhat of a lot of my time having been spent in academia. But also I'm cool. Okay. And, I'm book smart and I dress fly as hell. So that's the vibration. A lot of Black owned brands I want to promote, a lot of just everything that I want to wear, I'm going to wear it. Everything I think is cool, I'm going to wear it. And I'm going to wear it how I wear it, not because it's on trend, not because it's part of that neutral stuff. No. I want to be effortless. I want to just be me. And I want it to just reek authentic Morgan. And And yeah, that's my style. So next up is elevation, honey, and this is in all aspects of life. A lot of it is money wise. I just want to build, build, build. I do. I want to build, build, build. And salary. I like literally what is this called? Photoshop this, Jesus, or Canva it. But I want to invest in real estate. I want to, make coding my side job. I want to continue being a learning designer and just, really make great changes in the world. But I also want to do YouTube. I want to start this really cool community of really cool humans who just want to actualize. And so this everything holistically is bringing me to a place of elevation, not necessarily this number or these titles, but just as a starting point for how I'm trying to live my life. So, yeah. And again, I still work full time and everything like that, but I got goals, honey. Aside from the money aspect, and I forgot to read my affirmation. I am an elevated, honey, evolved, yes, version of myself who continues to grow, grow, grow. I actively, making sure I'm still recording. I actively elevate and add abundance to every aspect of my life. Yes, I'm just a walking light, that elevation, that evolution, darling. I feel abundance. I want to feel abundance. And again, if you haven't watched my previous video, I'm a Taurus. So my life is ruled by my senses. It's all about the sensory experience for me. And part of that is feeling and smelling good. Like feels and smells are very very in tune. So I want a signature fragrance. I'm trying to find it. And part of my elevation is finding my signature fragrance. So I definitely want to do that. Again, another little quote: I attract success. I attract money. I attract opportunities, honey. Girls who code-write the future. Yes, I want to continue changing people's lives through my involvement in education, my involvement in ed tech and technology. And I want to use my knowledge of design, education, and coding in order to, change the future. Not even through the products that I build, but rather through telling my story to other people about how you can get into that field as well. So if you're interested in that, I can definitely talk about that. Sorry, we're still on elevation. And my dream car. I've had the same car for the past 10 years, which is totally fine. And I'm not out here trying to promote anybody living above their means, living beyond their means. But I would like a new car soon, and I want it to be something that I like and that I choose and that is reflective of me. So definitely I want to elevate in getting a car, whether that's this year or whether that's for my new version of myself. Is gonna happen, okay? I'm not guaranteeing this year, but when I do it, it's for that elevated self, not just because I have to get from A to B. Okay, next up is experiences. And my affirmation is I attract great opportunities to travel the world for pleasure and business. Honey, she's a businesswoman. And I am energized by people and places. I value experiences, big or small. Yes. I love this one. I don't just want to travel. I'm traveling this weekend. No, I want to experience the city that I'm traveling to, whether it's a city that I'm traveling to for work or it's a city that I've planned an entire vacation to. I want to experience it. And I want to meet new people, travel for business or pleasure. I think I said that. And become energized by people and places again. So I know we took that hiatus from traveling for a little bit. And that really reminded me of the kind of person that I am, which is a traveler. If you hadn't watched my previous video, I backpacked Southeast Asia and I lived abroad. My elevated self really wants to continue doing that. But again, in an elevated version for the person that I am now and I'm going to be. So I need to set those things up for myself. I didn't necessarily articulate that here of setting myself up for, travel in the future. I think I've done that pretty well. And especially this past year, I got, the TSA, Global Entry, Sky Club, so those types of things are contributing to the way that I travel and helping me travel more in my elevated version of myself. But I just want to continue going places and just going there for pleasure and just having a good time. And even having to go by yourself. I used to travel by myself all the time, but I haven't done that recently. And I do have a solo trip coming up very soon, which I'm really excited about because it is going to remind me of the person that I am, of someone who wants to experience life no matter who's on the trip. And when it's just you, you could do whatever you want when you travel. So I'm really excited about that. So I just put some photos here, just general stuff, like looking out into the distance. I don't know who this is, but hello to you if you're out there. This is Tokyo. And I want to go back because I used to live there, but I just want to go back and just have a good time with my friends who are still in Tokyo. I like this picture. You're finally living the life you've always dreamed of. I love it. Just sitting by the pool, being fabulous. That is, honey, that's what I do now. Let's be very clear. But I want to do more of it. Again, all of this, it's not that I don't have any of these things, but it's just I want to be more intentional and consistent with doing these things. So, here's Atlanta. I want to just travel around Atlanta more. And I've lived here for 3 years, but a lot of it was during COVID, then getting a house together, then just resting from getting a house together. So each year was something different to focus on. But now that I'm settled, finally, I want to just experience Atlanta, know Atlanta more, and enjoy meeting new people. Meeting new people just because, and meeting lifelong friends. I just want those experiences again. Honey, passport. Me, my man, we out. We are out. We are out of the country. Sorry, out of office. That's my plan. That's my entire plan, while also going on some solo trips and just, being able to take time for yourself, but we're out. That's all I'm saying. Of course, I love Paris. I love Tierra Walker. So, she's on my vision board because she's bad. I love her. All right. So now we're at the last section. The last the last section is knowing. So my affirmation is I look at myself in both amazement and knowing. Again, I overflow with confidence. I am a walking light and a magnet for good things. I love it. I just know myself so well that I make intentional decisions. I have confidence and I'm just chilling. I fill my own cup. And I'm the energy. I'm just a walking light. Energy. I just want to attract good energy and it's attracted to me. Because literally, scientifically, I'm putting out good energy into the universe. So not to get all woo-woo again, but yeah, just good energy. Me and my man. And then half of her is beauty and half of her is brain. Again, just a little quote to zhuzh it up. But I look good, I know good, thus I feel good. So we're continuing, and my next part of my vision board is bravery. I love this section. Here's my affirmation. I am a brave real estate investor, more on that later, who owns a successful and stress-free real estate portfolio. I take chances and learn new skills and actualize a life that I dream of. And I didn't put entrepreneurship here because same with consistency. I don't want health and fitness. I want the discipline to get me there. Same with bravery and entrepreneurship. I don't want entrepreneurship without the feeling and mindset that's going to get me there, which is bravery. In my opinion, it's bravery. You have to be brave, courageous in order to make business decisions for yourself. And without bravery, there's no entrepreneurship. So of course I would want the root of it, the foundation of it, rather than the actual destination. So here are my pictures. I put this beautiful CEO mogul, honey. I love this image. I have no clue who she is. So again, some of these people, I'm not sure who they are. I just found it on Pinterest. This is me. A very like photoshopped version of me, but I just have the Entrepreneur magazine and myself on the cover, and I don't care if people think that's vain, but I actually got that from the video that, like, some videos on TikTok and YouTube that say, like, in order to visualize, you have to literally visualize and put yourself on your vision board in order for you to think of yourself in that way. And I didn't do it for all of this because that would be kind of creepy. But I did it for one. And so I photoshopped myself on this magazine cover. If there were awards that I wanted to win, I can't think of any that I want to win right now, but like, you might Photoshop your name on there. If there's a certificate that you want for work, the project manager certificate, you would Photoshop your name there. Like, that is part of visualization, is Photoshopping either your name there, thinking of your name, how it would feel with the engraving on a trophy. Like, that is what you want to visualize, not the thought of it happening to you, but the feeling you're gonna have when you experience it. So when I look at this, I'm like, dang, what if I actually did have magazine covers with my face on them? Like, what if I could actually make that happen? Let me try to make that happen. So I'm trying. Step one. Yes, next is some really blinged out keys. I thought that these were beautiful, but again, I want to do more real estate investment. Start with my investment properties and just go from there. But like I mentioned in my previous video, my partner and I bought this home that I'm currently in, but I want to continue buying property and yes, building on my real estate portfolio, but also continue on in the tech field and code. You know, it's a side gig, a very lucrative side gig. So I'm excited to potentially make that happen. I put it on here, but yeah, this is my vision for myself. It doesn't necessarily have to happen in that exact way, but just putting it into the universe. Don't wait to buy real estate, buy real estate. Wait, again, just a little quote to get me to do it. And this beautiful land with running water down the middle. Wow. My goal is to own land, lots of it. I want lots of acres, so that I can just build a family house and never leave, with gardens and everything, and running water, like a river or a creek, something like that. That would just be gorgeous for me. I love that for me. But you know, if I'm trying to do that, then I need to start thinking about it now. How am I going to set up the pieces? You know, people have done it within 1 year's time, within, 2 years' time. But imagine if I gave myself a 10 or 20 years time to prepare for this dream of having land and home. If I started now, there's no way that I couldn't attain that. So I know that that's what I want. So even years ahead, when I don't even know when that's going to happen in my future, I'm going to prepare for it because I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. So, next is femininity. Femininity, like that, Finding Nemo. So my affirmation is, I am feminine. My strength as a woman optimizes me rather than burdens me, honey. I don't struggle or do it at all. The only person I'm responsible for, honey, is myself. And this one, I just want to have ease. Again, ease, flow, softness. And that's how I want to tap into my divine feminine. I just want to tap into it. I just want to, I just want to have that feeling of just that feminine. I don't know. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. I know it is. And I want to tap into it more because I've experienced it before, but, I just want to, optimize my divine feminine. So, I don't know what that means. I'm going to read more up on it, but I know that I want to do it. And I know that this is going to just like elevate me to the next level. But just having everything that I want and experiencing life and experiencing joy and experiencing positive relationships. To me, that's what divine feminine is, and just being ultimately super happy, but super in tune with yourself. And that's who I'm trying to be overall. Happen next year, it could happen in 10 years. But ultimately, I know that I'm working toward a better version of myself. Again, right now I'm just experiencing, the first few phases of Morgan. The next era is just going to be outstanding, and I'm really excited to know myself more, be brave, be consistent, be gracious. What else did I have? Effort. Okay, it is literally an hour later, and I had to like change up my storage or my camera, but we're back. But we're closing out. I just hope that you got some tips to elevate your life, evolve as a human, because we are essentially supposed to. And I hope that you realize that creating a new you doesn't have to be at the beginning of the year, doesn't have to be at a set time. You really can just think about ways that you want to evolve as a human being and implement those ways consistently as daily practices into your life. So again, you can want to be this person all you want, but if you don't consistently work toward becoming that person, then it doesn't work. So it's all about consistency, intention, knowing, elevation for me. And I'm so happy to have shared that part about my life with you and my rebrand. And I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe, like this video, comment below on how you're rebranding, and I'll see you next time. It's not that I want you.